in a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor.
Uh-oh, somebody call the local zoo.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the Animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications, thanks to the Cage will get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
Headlock applied, toss their opponent.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Measured up nicely. Fist drop! Oh, this, what a headbutt.
Producing a trampling. The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The Animal has no idea what to make of Maivia. Oh, what a headbutt!
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the Animal.
We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steele, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors.
Oh, no, getting in position. What's he planning to do here? Right now, he's looking for any way to break out of this, and he does.
Targeted the lower body there, and it was highly effective.
Just a nasty headbutt. Right to the leg.
Look at Maivia going to work on the Animal.
The High Chief has all the answers right now.
And Peter Maivia is stepping up.
Roaring European uppercut.
The Animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Oh, this is what you get. He had that coming.
Well, the unorthodox style of George Steele is certainly working well at this juncture.
Let's see if Maivia has an answer for the Animal. Peter Maivia turns that around.
But golly. Working on the arm.
Connects with a counter.
Oh, man.
Delivers the knee.
with a stop to the gut.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal.
But you lift off.
Oh, he paid for that high risk. Oh, that'll turn your skin red. Suplex attempt. Able to go behind, though. Into a top lock.
Thunderous club comes down. Very effective. Down opponent. And a double axe handle smash.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents. It's due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Maivia just dominated the Animal. With that one.
Boom! What a headbutt! Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
Step ahead there. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian. And the reasons are he's changing his mind, going for something different now.
Oh, could this be it?
Down across the knee.
And George.
Now here's Maivia looking to secure the victory. And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring fight. And there will be a coronation. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top.
Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Well, what a clothesline.
Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth. And Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career.
Just caught flush.
And now heading back inside the ring.
Some intimidation tactics from Nia Jax. Oh, not looking so high and mighty now, is she?
What do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She certainly made plenty of promises when it comes to being Queen of the Ring.
What Nia brings to the dance, Cole, is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most men, let alone women. Nia has absolutely no problem using that power, and the same goes for her throwing her weight around in the ring. Lyra Valkyria might just learn that the hard way tonight.
Headed out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Picture perfect.
Lyra Valkyria, one of the best technical wrestlers in NXT Women's Division history.
But the game is about so much more than technique. It's about experience and timing, knowing when to tap into certain parts of your psyche. Nia knows this, and we've seen it for years.
The big question is, does Lyra?
Pretty drop kick. Cha-ching! Step up Enziguri. Uh-oh, this is not going to be good. Oh. Pow, leg breaker. And now Valkyria looks in control.
Yeah, Lyra is just unloading on Nia at this point.
Referee continues the count.
Not much time left here.
Back in the nick of time. Oh, man. Each woman here has had a tough road to becoming Queen of the Ring finalist. Every matchup in this bracket has been a toss-up.
Valkyria knocked off former women's champion Io Sky earlier this week, but Nia's had an even tougher challenge. Two great former champions in the form of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Even more impressive than that, she handed Jade Cargill her first WWE loss.
Granted, Corey, that was a disqualification victory for Jax. I'd say there's still some unfinished business between Nia and Jade.
Just hot-shot it to the outside.
She's making her way to the top turnbuckle. Stepping out of the ring here. Knew what Valkyria had coming. Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves.
Series of strikes with major impact, all landing clean. Oh, from behind.
Uh-oh.
Stop cold with a facebuster.
Oh,
What a headbutt. The count's going. This one will be over if she doesn't get back in the ring.
and she slides her back to the mat. She gets put in the corner. Big headbutt. In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second Queen of the Ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
But you've got to believe that Zelina will want a shot at whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size. Incoming! Big-time powerbomb!
That was one of those powerbombs that would shorten someone's career. Lands an elbow.
Oh, look at this. Boot right to the throat.
Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow! Undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years.
And Lyra is brought to a disadvantage now.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded. In the corner. Has to find a way out of there.
Now positioned onto the top rope.
some blood coming from the face of Lyra.
Putting her in a dangerous position.
She reverses and creates an opportunity. Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she has it won.
But when you have this business in your shoulders down,
Jax could be put away here. An ineffective pin.
Where in the world does one find such strength at this stage to kick? Oh boy, here it comes. Will she get it fully locked in?
And the ropes providing a bit of safety here. Nia Jax brushes that one off. Sidewalk slam. Placing her in the corner. Oh, there's a headbutt. Looking for a scoop slam, but from behind, inverted DDT connects. What a counter!
Looking for a scoop slam? No! Slips behind. Inverted DDT.
And she saw that coming from Jax.
looking for the Hurricanrana.
Oh, maybe not. This is not going to end well.
Flip the corner now.
Has complete control here.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
reversal. Jax cannot be overpowered. And Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
Just brutal attacks coming from Nia Jax.
Feet tied up. Has to be feeling vulnerable here.
There it is. Reversal.
She's also reversing the momentum on her.
She's able to seize the opportunity, but she's got to keep up the pressure.
What a shot.
Averting danger with an elbow to the stomach.
She gets bounced into the corner. Draped into the deadly Tree of Woe position.
Stuck in the Tree of Woe and just having their face stomped.
Look at this. What a backbreaker.
Right to the spine.
There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call the move by its real name. It's a Samoan driver. I think Nia Jax doesn't have the Samoan driver scouted. Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Each Samoan drop driving all of the air out of Lyra Valkyria.
Returning to the ring now. Scouted it and fired back with a punch straight to the face.
Jax absolutely not backing down.
And she re-enters the ring.
Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night. Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is
Is he here?
Well, there's the
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life and said he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed. unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold.
Cobra clutch. Got it cinched in.
Fading fast.
And the Russian leg sweep. And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all The Rock's success.
To the sky.
Oh, God, terrible landing.
Great awareness from Austin.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done. Hoisted up.
Bang, snap suplex.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to this disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
Rikishi finds his target with that one. Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble. We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for...
Oof. That'll teach him not to showboat in the middle of a match.
We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been... given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to start the somebody than that.
Corey, Austin has been out of in-ring action for nearly a year. Does any possible ring rust factor into this match?
Well, maybe if this actually was a match, but this isn't about arm drags. It's not about drop kicks. This is a fight, and there is never any rust on Stone Cold when it comes to fighting.
Austin is like a man possessed. It's been almost a year since... Austin's been in the ring. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick. That you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I can...
And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone. Cold, but he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. Slides under the ropes, back into the ring.
Austin getting in his opponent's face. I don't think the censors would like the venom that's coming. Out of the rattlesnake's mouth right now.
Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here. Off the barricade. Ooh, what a punch.
That's how you stop your opponent. There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks. And this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for. Blocked the effort and cut them off with a shot to the gut.
Each superstar trying to counter and gain an advantage. Working the midsection.
Rikishi back.
Stone Cold with the Thesz press.
Thesz press. Rikishi is down. It could be over. And he kicks out of the pin and one.
If that won't beat him, I'm not sure anything will. For the rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat. Knew what was coming there.
Face first into the post. Looking for something, anything under the ring.
And now he may be planning to turn this match into his very own London.
Pinpointing the trachea.
Here we go, cleaning off the announce table.
We know what's coming next. This
match is getting more chaotic by the second. He wastes no time dodging the attack.
And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from... the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business. And Rikishi's, I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be... taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. And he gets set back into the ring. This could be it. Austin with the cover. The rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture, and that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all The Rock's success.
Got the leg and drops the elbow.
Tendons and ligaments in the leg can be easily damaged by that.
And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them. We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
Boom! Read that one. And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to this disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin has rage, and win or lose, he's going to unleash it all on Rikishi.
Oh, man, Rikishi is a man on a mission now. What a headbutt.
Vicious.
Oh, no.
He is donning the Crimson Mask. What a callous attack.
We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's a delusion. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that. Oh, hard shot right into the post. Stone Cold letting his feelings towards his opponent be well known.
Going out. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All that he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. And he retaliates.
Scary mindset for the Rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat.
Any momentum has been taken from Austin.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
Clearing off the announce table. This can't be good.
Nothing but bad intentions in mind, I'm sure. And Rikishi's, I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake is taking it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him.
And he now slides back into the ring. Scooped up, here it comes. Rikishi, driver.
And here's the cover.
Could be it.
In for the pin. Hangs on by a thread.
Austin somehow kicked out. I cannot believe the beating he's been able to endure.
And it's going to take composure now. Could just need one more big move.
We'll take things into the ring. Big clothesline.
Delivers an axe handle. Going to the pin for the win.
Oh, how did he get the shoulder up? He kicked out. He actually kicked out. Stomp after stomp after stomp. He manages to slip out of the way.
Kick to the stomach. Catches the leg. Clothesline takes him down. Get him out.
Oh, another blow to the chest.
Rikishi driver.
Rikishi got all of it.
And ready to come.
Might end this.
Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it.
The winner of this bout, Rikishi!
This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks...
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way. And
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga!
looking at the champion, I guarantee there is no doubt in their mind as to who is leaving this match with the title around their waist.
Here we go. with the WWE Championship on the line, John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena, he wants to obliterate him, like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
And that cuts Cena right off. And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe to toe, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bloody, and it will come down. To who wants it more.
Hoisted up.
Powerbomb from Cena.
No question after that powerbomb, the champ has a strategy to retain.
Into the suplex.
You have to be in peak physical condition to pull off a move with that much weight behind it. Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan Bulldozer.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse. Into the steel steps. That's got to be a tide turner. And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just the result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage. No question John Cena has his work cut out for him taking on Umaga, who's been aptly named the Samoan Bulldozer for his relentless offense.
Yeah, and while Umaga may not be as refined in the ring as other superstars, his ruthlessness more than makes up for the difference. If Umaga can connect with some truly merciless attacks, then Cena and his title reign could quickly be in trouble.
Counter from Umaga.
On a rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan Bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena...
We're going to shut this down.
And they kick out at two.
At this point in the match, that could have gone either way.
Right in the elbow, nailed it.
Targets the gut to end the offense.
Jarring punch.
Bam, answer with a headbutt.
Oh, elbow right to the breadbasket for their troubles.
Short clothesline hits its mark.
And Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting a Samoan, you are battling a tough, scary human being.
Clearly lost in the moment. He better snap out of it.
Yes, he had that coming all night.
Totally helpless at the moment.
Scoop slam sets things up.
muscles up their opponent. Emerald Flosion.
And the champion still chipping away at the challenger. Cena knows it will take much more to...
From the top, the leader of the C-Nation. John Cena is pulling out all the stops, trying to keep Umaga down. Surprised to not even get a 2 count at this point.
They're clotheslined out to the apron. What are they going to do here? Shoulder right to the gut. And I could look at Umaga, and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet.
He's thick, he's strong, he's nasty, and he won't be slowed down.
With the counter.
Back and forth, trading reversals.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count.
He gets out of the way.
Here we go.
You ready for it? Choke slam!
And Cena.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
And they just busted out an impactful maneuver.
Brutal attack from Umaga. He smells Cena's blood in the water.
Pulled in for a belly to belly.
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is... Here it comes!
Samoan spike. That might have just sealed the deal. Standing on their champ.
Amazing! Based on what we just saw, I think this match is far from over.
Who knows what that kick out cost? The champ might be running on fumes.
Uh-oh.
He turns it around on Umaga.
He's finding a way to slow his opponent's assault down.
But Cena still has to do more to get this fully in his favor.
Shoulders down. Championship on the line. New champion. An undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present...
And guys, the authors of pain...
We got... Three-minute warning and the authors of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely annihilating one another.
Many would call the AOP and three-minute warning equally brutal. How can one of these teams get the edge in this head-to-head contest?
It's true they're well matched, but AOP tends to be the more methodical and calculating of the two teams. If AOP can get control, flying. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Oh, directly to the neck. Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
Look ringside now, guys. This manager's doing something very suspicious. Pat's got it. Now can capitalize.
Taking aim on the arm.
Down to Bogan, and a double axe handle smash. Elbow drop right on point.
Ah, foot just stomping down. Debilitating attack on the leg. Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a legendary running back before playing college ball in Hawaii. Imagine being pancaked by the force Rosie brings.
Oh, my goodness! Please stop!
Hooked up, following the power side slam.
Despite his toughness, Jamal actually looked pretty bothered by that one.
Razor doing what he can to protect his territory. Rosie trying to fire himself up.
Ooh, merciless looking blow.
Watch for that style 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warnings, thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse.
Clearly hoping something nefarious is beneath the ring. Ooh! And the action is getting a little too close
From the top.
coming back from the outside now.
That's going to be on highlight reels for a long time.
From the apron. You gotta be kidding me.
Threw caution to the wind, and it paid off big time.
Punch after punch after punch.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor. Representing the biggest most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
Oh, just deadlifting their opponent and
Tossing their opponent like they're nothing.
I've seen Saxton throw out of a few local bars like that before.
Please don't remind me, Corey.
get this back into the ring now. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight.
No escape from these punches. Gets caught by the hip attack. Oh, did you hear
This is going to be hard fought.
From way up. Diving to handle. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Just putting their body in danger time and time again.
We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute... Up across the shoulder. Driver. 3-minute warning might just be...
Going for the win. Cover. Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they...